Okay, here's what I'm messing around with. My neighbor found this old Stromberg 94 carburetor a while back with a breather on it, and the breather is rotted out. You can tell from down here, you can see there's holes in it right there. But this top part here looks pretty cool. And what I've got on top of this one is I've got a regular old breather, and then I've got a model a 35 Ford hubcap on there, and a Packard hubcap on top of that. And I'm thinking I could take off both of them hubcaps, and I can take the center part out of this breather. This is set up for a 2-barrel, but it wouldn't actually breathe through this. It breathes through the filament down here. But I could drill this top hole a little bigger and set that down on there, and it would give the look of an old-fashioned breather on that thing, which I think would be kind of fun. Got my drill press sitting right there. I think I'll just punch that hole out, set it on there, spray a little WD-40 all over it, and I'll wipe it off good, and we'll see how it looks. Alrighty, I went ahead and put a little plastic washer down on the top of this breather here to seal that up. There was a little tiny crack right there, and since I'm putting that nasty thing on top of it, I didn't want to take a chance of it sucking crap down into my carburetor. You know, I want to give the appearance that this is a nasty old dirty piece of crap hot rod, but in reality I don't want it sucking rust and grime and grit down into my carburetor and screwing up the work. So with that said, now I can screw this right onto there, and oh, that's just beautiful right there. Look at that. It's just beautiful. That's the look I've been wanting. In fact, that's the reason I put all them hubcaps on there. I was trying to get a kind of a high up, rounded off look like these old-fashioned original breathers, and that gives it to me right there. So all I got to do is put my little wing nut back in place, and I'm good to go. There's my new air cleaner. Oh, by the way, to the guy that's about to write and tell me that I should have that sandblasted and powder coated, you're thinking about somebody else. I don't do that kind of thing. It's all about rust for me. I had a guy ask me the other day, he says, when are you going to paint it? Why don't you paint it? And, you know, to me, painting it would ruin it. I take this thing to car shows, and there'll be 300 cars there that are painted and beautiful, and people walk right past them and walk over and look at this one. In fact, there's a guy's got a Model T. Oh, let's see, he goes by 64. Dang, I can't remember his name. Same name as a tractor. He's on my site there. But he's got the rustiest old Model T in the world. He drove that thing in, and the running boards is just barely hanging on. They look like it's one good bump, and the running boards, the fenders, and everything would fall right off it. You ought to seen the crowd gathered around that thing. It's like the idea that somebody drove in a rusty old piece of junk, and it's roadable. Oh, that just thrills people. They just love it. Anyway, with that said, let me crank this baby up and see how she sounds now with her new breather and her choke reset and all that